Your mattress. That look good? Just a man and his blue stick. We're getting Vincent his plates.
It's been 6 months since we bought the van. It is now the 5th of June. We bought the van in early December, and today is the first day that we are officially on the road.
We've been through a lot, gone over a lot of hiccups, a lot of setbacks. We wanted to leave earlier in the year. You know, we were hoping like March. It's now June, it's cold, but it's the first day.
We are starting here at Talia's family farm, which is in the middle of nowhere in Victoria, and we will be heading up to Byron across the course of the next 3 days.
So we've got the van all set up. It's registered, certified, all the things we put in so much hard work for. We've got our fully off-grid setup. We've got everything we need, and I just thought it'd be cool to show you around the van, show you what we've done, show you everything we've got up to over the past 6 months since you saw the van in the last week. Hello, and welcome to our van. This is Vincent Van Gogh. As you can see, a bed. This is a full double-sized bed. We have some storage up the top. We have makeshifted with some dowel. And then we have our beautiful bookshelf that we have installed, courtesy of Kmart. And we got, my favourite, the fairy lights. Ta-da! They react with sound. Not that we use that feature much. Seat, couch. This is where we eat our meals. So we have our table that hides but comes out. We can sit and eat a meal. In this beautifully hand-painted door by myself, we have our toilet. She's stuck in there, but she just slides on out and you can sit down and do your business. Underneath our couch, we have some storage. Absolutely full to the brim with a lot of stuff. We got some broom, we got some self-care items, some hobby items, stationery, an air fryer. Under here is an air fryer. This drawer's a mess, please excuse us, but this is another drawer full of lots of things, mostly cords. We have a little sunscreen tub, guess that's cool too. And we've got our wardrobe. On top of our wardrobe we have a couple of baskets. They're velcroed down so you can take them off, do whatever. We've got like perfume and deodorant and then other toiletries used daily. In the wardrobe we have a full length mirror on the inside so we can see our outfits. Some hanging storage, and we got these drawers also from Kmart, love Kmart, and got all our clothes in there. Now onto the kitchen.
Welcome to my kitchen. I would say our kitchen, but Talia doesn't cook. We've got a fairly big bench top for the size van we've got, and we've got a little fridge. Currently it's full of stuff because we've just travelled. It's just a small rectangular IKEA sink in here with a hand pump sink. Underneath we do have a plumbing system which I've rigged up for fresh water, and there's a grey water tank behind there as well, which I've also rigged up the plumbing for. This freshwater system is great. I wouldn't copy my grey water plumbing system though. And we carry 40 to 60 litres of water on board, fresh water. In here we have got everything from plates and bowls and mugs to mixing bowls. Our fire blanket's currently in here, but we're yet to hang it up. I like doing prep bowls when I cook, so they're my prep bowls. From Kmart again, they have a set of a measuring cup, like a measuring jug with a bunch of measuring cups, and we just bought some measuring spoons and shoved them in. I think you saw the air fryer before. These little containers are great because we're going to be able to put them in the air fryer to reheat any food if we have leftovers. Up here, this drawer's a little bit broken, which you haven't been able to fix, but we've got all of our utensils and cooking items and anything like that. Just here, we've got all of our spices, well, some of our spices, which we still have to figure out a better spice storage. This is how we stored them when we lived in the house. Down in our bottom drawer, we've got our induction cooker, you know, all of our pots and frying pans and strainers, everything like that is down there. Sort of a bit of a mess, but it's the space we're working with. We've also got our 12 volt setup up here for all our controls. So we've got 2 USB ports, a 12 volt car cigarette adapter, our volts, we've got lights, this is for our fan, and this is for our Starlink. We also got our inverter remote here too, so we can turn on our inverter from here without going behind the van. The last real storage option in the van is this corner cupboard, which has like a Lazy Susan that's built for a corner cupboard, so it needs a good sort out. I think things will get easier to work out where to store once we've been on the road for a little while, but both of these can fill up with heaps of stuff on them. They're quite heavy, you can feel it when you turn it. We've also got a coffee machine. Now I specifically upgraded my coffee machine because I knew we were eventually moving into the van. I used to have a Sunbeam mini barista which wasn't very good, and I upgraded to a Lelite, which has been great. It's nice and small, it's been really good for the van. Currently we've just Oki strapped it to the back of the chair, which actually works really well. Can have coffees every morning. We've also got the fridge and freezer combo down here, so we've got alcohol in there at the moment because this is our first night and we want to celebrate. And then we've got a freezer as well, which has a double set of cages, so you can have like stuff below at deeper storage and then stuff at above that you use more often. Yes, that's the kitchen. I love it, it's great.
This is where we have our garage and so everything underneath the bed, so let me give you a brief rundown. Again, Kmart has been an amazing help in our van storage. We bought these really cool tubs from Kmart that we decided to put in the back. When we bought the van, it was just kind of like we threw everything in and there was no room for anything. And I'm like, I feel like there's a lot more potential for this space. We bought these tubs. This one has got weather jackets, like puffer jackets. This one's got all of our cleaning stuff and chemicals. Our smelly shoe tub. This one's got bags, coat hangers, spare bedding. This one's our more accessible one because it's by our openable door. So this has got our towels, our bathers for swimming, our toiletries for showering because we don't have a shower in the van. We're relying on public showers. We're yet to see how that goes. Tub has the lid at the top, which is cool for like loading it, and then they stack. But the front of them undoes, so say I want my jacket, I can just like pull it out and then I can shove it back in and pretend it's really neat and tidy and just like close it up and it's good to go. So behind our tubs, we normally keep our chairs and extra tubs with extra electronical and camping items, and then our chairs sit on top, our camp chairs and our camp table. We're currently using those tonight. Behind these tubs, we have also half not there, spare water. So we carry 20 litres inside of the van, 20 litres under the bed, in case we don't have access to water ASAP when we run out and we need it. We've got an empty diesel can for if we need it, and an empty water jerry in case we need more water. So just behind these containers, a secondary means of cooking, in case we're running low on battery power, which is probably not going to happen. A small toolbox, because it's going to be handy to have and we were able to fit it. And we also got a solar shower, which is in the garbage bag because we filled it up once and you can't get all the water out of it. Anyway, this is the main operation. I can get you in. So first we start here.
This is our battery. Now, with the AS3001 electrical safety codes for motorhomes, you must now have your battery contained in a sealable box that is vented to the outside. So I had to make this out of form ply, and we do have a pipe that runs all the way out to the outside of the van for any fumes that may occur if it goes into thermal runaway. Silicon that, terrible job. There's our battery cables in there, and they're silicon, also terrible job, but no one sees it. So the main features we've got is we've got a 50 amp Renogy DC to DC charger at 12 volts, gives us a max charging of 600 watts at a time. So even if we had more than 600 watts of solar on the top of the van, it will max out at 600 watts. Up here, we've got an AC to DC charger, so we do have a shore power port on the outside of the van. That will allow us to charge up the batteries at a caravan park. I believe that's only a 10 amp charger, so it's quite slow, but the theory is that we probably won't need it. We have also got a King's 3000 watt inverter, so that's going to supply plenty enough AC power when needed to power our induction cooker, anything like that. We also have a second DC-DC charger here. This one actually came with the van when we bought it. Our 12 volt installer decided to connect it because he's added an Anderson plug which will allow us to ever connect a solar blanket if we're low on power. So we can get a solar blanket, plug it into there and lay it on the ground, and we'll have extra solar capacity. Here is our AC power switchboard. We've got the ability there on those 4 left switches to change between inverter power and shore power, and we also have the RCDs for tripping circuits. We've got our 12 volt fuse box. We've got Starlink on the van. This green box here converts the Starlinks to 40 volt needed power down to 12 volts, so we can run it at all times without the inverter on. Here's the Starlink modem that's just mounted to the wall. So on the left, very left there, is the Starlink dish. Next to it is our ceiling fan, and then next to that is our 3 200 watt solar panels for a total of 600 watts of solar. Isn't that right?
Oh shit, the toilet door fell off.